So hello and welcome to another video from sickmaths.co.uk, where you can find lots of free GCSE and A-level maths videos. So this video is about not so basic equations, because I've just done a video on basic equations, so this is a tiny bit harder. So let's go for it. You got 2x divided by 5 equals 12. So as I mentioned in the basic equations video, things when you're solving equations, you start doing things in the opposite way. And you have to decide which order you move those things. So let's just get to it. So the divide by 5 becomes a times by 5, so 12 times 5 is 60. Now why did I not move the 2 first? Because as you would have seen in my basic equations video, the order in which you do things is basically like the reverse order, because I do 2 times x and then divide by 5, okay, which means I have to move the divide by 5 first, because that comes after timesing by 2. So because I times by 2 first and then divide by 5, that moves and then that moves, okay. If you look back also at the basic equations video, you'll see something called the onion rings, which helps you visualize what I just mentioned there. So if you're finding that confusing, you really should be going back to the basic equations video. Now I move the divide by 5 to the other side, becomes a times by 5, so you got 12 times 5 is 60, and the 2x is still over there on this side of the equal sign. Now if 2x equals 60, it's very easy to see x must be 30, just halve it. Now this is slightly different to anything you would have seen in the basic equations one, but not that different. What I'm going to do is try to group the x's together and group the numbers together. Okay, I've got minus 3x here. I don't really like minuses, so I'm going to move the minus 3x to that side to make it a plus 3x. I could have moved this 2x to this side and made it even more minus, because I would have minus 3x to begin with, and that 2x becomes a minus 2x, but I didn't really want that. Okay, so I've got the 2x plus 3x on this side, and move that plus 6 to the other side makes it minus 6. So altogether I've got 5 minus 6 on this side and 2x plus 3x on that side, which gives me minus 1 simplified here, and 2x plus 3x simplifies to 5x. Okay, another way of writing that is 5x equals minus 1. And then take the 5 to the bottom. This is 5 times x, so it becomes a divide by 5, so x equals minus 1 divided by 5, or minus 1/5. You can work that out as a decimal if you want to, but you know, I suppose it depends on the question in the exam, if it asks you for a specific kind of answer. Otherwise you give any answer you feel like, any type of answer, and I'm just giving it as a fraction, minus 1/5. This one just requires you multiply stuff out first. So this is in fact saying 9 minus 2x minus 4. Now minus all of this means just do the opposite of each thing, or you can imagine it as minus 1 times each thing inside. So the opposite of, well, let's look at it the first way. The opposite of 2x is minus 2x, the opposite of minus 4 is 4. That's one way of looking at it. Or you can times everything by minus 1, which has the same effect. Minus 1 times 2x is minus 2x, minus 1 times minus 4 is plus 4. So anyway, either way, it turns into this, still equal to 8. So 9 plus the 4, oh, you got an 8 there. So right, so I'm going to move the minus 2x onto this side, so it makes it plus 2x, and move that 8 to this side, makes it a minus 8. So I've got 9, I've got the minus 8, and I've got the 4. Stick them together, that makes 5. So 5 equals 2x, or you can say 2x equals 5, and then take that 2 to the other side, that's 2 times x, so it becomes divide by 2. The opposite of times is divide, so you get x equals 5 divided by 2, which is 5 over 2 if you want it, just as a top heavy fraction, or you could write 2.5 if you wanted, which is the answer to 5 divided by 2. Now our final, no, it's not our final one, I just forgot about that one. Number 5, I've got 7 divided by 13 minus 3x equals 1, so I can move that whole thing on the bottom up there and times it by it. Okay, so because 1 times 13 minus 3x, because that's a divider that becomes a times. I forgot, maybe did I mention that? Anyway, so now you've got 7 left over here, and 1 times 13 minus 3x. Well, 1 times 13 minus 3x is just 13 minus 3x, so that's the same as that. So now I want the x's on one side and numbers on the other, and I really like plus x's, so I'm going to write move that I could have just simply moved that 13 to this side and it would have been numbers on one side, letters on the other, but I decided to move the minus 3x to that side, make it plus 3x, and move the 7 to this side, which is 13 minus 7, which is 6. So 3x equals 6, and then obviously x equals 2 from that, because I did 6 divided by 3, which is 2. And our final example, we've got brackets. I did a simple, more slightly. Did I do one like that? No, I didn't. Okay, so as I was saying, I've got brackets here, so a good thing to do is times out the brackets, so I've got all the bits and pieces, then I can squeeze them together or simplify them if I need to after I've multiplied them. So that's the idea of multiplying first. So 3 times 2x plus 1 works like this, 3 times 2x, which is 6x, and 3 times 1 is 3, and then that minus 3 is still over here, that 30 is still over there, 6x plus 3 minus 3 equals 30 is what we have there, but 3 minus 3 is nothing, so you go down to 6x equals 30, and therefore x equals 5, because 30 divided by 6 is 5, and that is all there is